idea behind it. But sometimes the abating carry, like you said, it's underwhelming.
Especially if both side lanes struggle, since Lycan also needs to kind of just farm up a couple items. But I think they've got what they need to have decent starts.
Nisha making sure to abuse Puckish to maximum efficiency. Top lane, Saberlight is going to have to walk of shame. That is a death, first blood for Nightfall after just forcing his TP. Firefly.
They're going to give it a go. Tombstone gets dropped in the bottom lane, but good glimpse. Bot space. Is it enough
that is one
space?
Heck of a dive. They still get the kill. As Toronto Tokyo will run down Mickey, and he survives. He's got 12 stick charges. And here's the thing, like, people expect Batrider to give you a lot of sticks. He does not when he goes no points at Napalm. You're getting a lot from Toronto Tokyo with the decay spam and stuff, but
not enough to keep yourself alive on that dive.
yeah, not any more than you're going to get on the other side, right, with the amount of, like, aphotic shield spam. Nightfall just has boots and walks Saberlight down, put him on a leash. Get some
mental damage. This is one of the worries I had, that if Lycan does have a slow start, you just end up focused on farm and not really making space for your Abaddon to get the Radiance. But at least Abaddon is having a decent start, ignoring the death he had. Might have another one. This is kind of close. They're going to get the Batrider.
I mean,
Decay's up in 1 more second.
Even closer kill in the mid lane. Nisha and Kiyotaka going head-to-head. Nisha comes out the victor with just a sliver of HP. A really nice duel between the two. So that's just a full solo kill. Be right here in the bottom lane. They're going to rotate in. Panto drops the curse, has the slow from the Undying, and Mickey looks like he's going to die again here. Panto gets his first stack of the game. They just want to secure the runes. Boxy's just walking in here like, I dare you. Well, Kiyotaka is daring, drops all of his remnants, now going to get caught here inside the brambles. Coil does come down. Panto drops the curse onto 2, but it's not going to be enough. Glimpse up onto the high ground, does catch Mira. One more orb comes through. Insania gets the double kill. And Saberlight once again, Octarine, all these types of things to just stay active and being in these fights. Fight for the bottom rune here. It doesn't spawn, but they get on top of Nisha. He doesn't manage to get silenced. He dodges it here with the phase shift, and he's just continuing to look for more, trying to get the kill onto Panto. Coil onto this Ember Spirit. They want to bring him down if possible. Glimpse will kill the silencer as Nisha gets himself another. A huge win, but Nightfall might be the big winner here, and if he can find Nisha off this haste rune, it's going to be close. He needs one more attack. He gets the kill.
Nice moves from Aurora. It wasn't the end of the world. They did get some kills on Liquid, and they got the kills first before being run down by Nightfall. So they at least get some good XP. Here's the side. Despite how rough of a game Saberlight's been having, you can still press R and kill Silencer.
The classic. He's got his creep chasing after the Ursa as well, which it is a Centaur, so Stomp will come out. He's got quite a bit of damage. Nisha's going to try and chase. There is an Enrage available. There's going to be the Glimpse. Pulls him back. The immediate coil to snap. Very sick play there from Nisha. Do they have the kill? They do. Okay, that's a really well-timed coil.
Down. He'll be a little careful watching the map, but he's usually quite good about that.
There's a really nice kill. Using the Bedlam from Boxy to immediately take down the Undying. Now he will respawn right. I'm going to put the boys to work.
Saberlight's about to get run down again, but this time the supports are coming in.
It's a bait. Yeah, Nightfall needs to be careful. He has to enrage, but he doesn't get it off. There's a Static Storm into the Bedlam. Saberlight nearly dying to the Ursa, but very good bait this time around. We'll keep the tracker there for which of the Bear versus Wolf, plans ends up winning at the end of the game. Illusion Rune out there from Kiyotaka. Ends up kind of doing some work. The last one comes out, but borrowed time. Press from Mickey. They do have the Terrorize. Will end up catching Undying, which is doing a little bit of work. The Coil does catch Mirror. They've got the Wolves chasing after him. The Global Silence, though, is going to find the puck. And with this...
Battle Fury before 14 is still very... Poor Panto.
Here comes the boys. I mean... all you have to do is just run the creeps at him and he dies. I don't even think Saberlight needs to be here. Well, the chains from Kiyotaka twice now will save him, but now it's put him in a rough spot as the Terrorize will snap the coil. He's dead, and Panto will die as well.
Uh-oh, should have canceled this.
Yeah, that's a great static storm use from Insania in Rage Out from the Ursa to try and make some space, but a really nice flame break to push him back. They do manage to get some return kills. Both supports are dead. Nisha wants to find the kill onto Mira. It's gonna be close. He gets some with the Waning Rift, but he might die for this, and he does. He jumps right into the hands of the Ursa. Borrowed time into the TP out will be able to secure Mickey's life. Hero. Don't forget, everybody, to follow FISSURE here. You can type !F in chat. That will give you all the details in terms of staying up to date with them. They do manage to get a Bling Lasso here onto the Dark Willow. She tried to TP. It was close. Instead, they'll get a turnaround with the Glimpse into the kinetic field, trying to find the kill onto the Batrider. He does die. Saberlight falling quite low. The Global Silence is out. He's running this dragon at Panto, who might die, but his Searing Chains will once again hold him.
Now start to catch up, especially as Lycan has the Overlord, so he can focus a little bit more on fighting. Yeah. Both teams looking for Roche, though.
Oh, they found the Ursa deep in his own jungle with the Static Storm, even committing the Terrorize, and they still have Coil. Puck does get caught out on the top side here. Here's going to be the Lasso Global. He's dead. Can't be saved by the Abat. He's going to turn his attention to the Tombstone and try and clean this one up with the help of the Dark Willow, but Insania now getting picked off as well. 2 for 2 at the moment. Dark Willow just standing on him is that Undying. Kiyotaka just takes a ton of damage from Saberlight. He's going to try and run him down. Needs 2 more auto attacks, no chains. As the tail end of that shapeshift expires, he gets the kill. Now trying to TP out himself. He's going to be fine. Because it doesn't look like it. It seems they're just giving it up. Careful, buddy. Okay. Yeah, Ursa can do this by himself. He does not need any help. Mira dies and then gets the shard, which is the worst possible shard you could have asked.
Does have his BKB, so shouldn't be easy to kill the Ember anymore. But you, of course, don't want to have to use it on the retreat.
Global to kill the Puck. It's that simple. You got the shard on the Batrider. It ends up paying off. Like, I didn't think it would do a whole lot this early, but I guess if they're able to push mid, not too bad. In comes the Puck, gets a really nice coil onto 2. Now Ursa will pop the Enrage, and there will be a Static Storm to hold him down. Still stuck inside of it thanks to the Brambles. Global comes out, but well, backside of the fight, Saberlight has found his target, instantly deletes the Silencer. Another Silencer onto the Undying means no more health for you, sir. The decay spam is over. Mira trying to TP to safety. Will be able to do so. The question is, will they find Nightfall? The Glimpse. Do they have it? Jump in. They have the slow thanks to the Puck, and there it is. Pulled right back into the hands of Liquid. And Nightfall, Yules to stall out that duration. They will get themselves a very big kill. Not only the Aegis, but the follow-up.
Damage from your Ursa in that time. And you push so fast. Liquid does not have issues with building damage compared to Aurora, which that was like a minute or two to take that tier 2 mid tower. Liquid runs down and chips half the tier 3 in a... No, I don't think you have to be. I think you also know Ursa still doesn't have BKB, and you want to try to pressure before that is up. I was getting close, less than 1,000 gold.
Yeah, they're just trying to force his BKB here. They should get it. He's going to be forced to use it. Yeah, nice. Terrorize will be pump faked, so...
Force? Is he forced to BKB there?
I think he was worried about, like, Static Storm or something. Mickey just blinks in as Panto gets revealed from some summons once again. And, well, you're not going to have a global this time around. He's still just trying to run away, but that will be the kill. They do manage to find Disruptor. Insania might be in some trouble. Still has Static Storm, but the BKBs will prevent him from using it. They do run down the Batrider. It's a 2 for 1 at the moment. Very scrappy fight just taking place in multiple different areas, but it really is Liquid coming out the winners once again.
And Liquid just jumps at the chance. Ursa BKB'd. I don't know so much about that BKB, But Liquid jumps at the chance, knowing Ursa doesn't have it. He has to be very careful about the fight. And they're totally right. They get a 2-for-2 trade. They come down to the mid tower that they had whittled down earlier. You have to mount a defense, but you still don't have BKBs.
The Crimson Guard is doing so much work. There's a nullifier done. It's onto the Ursa. He just gets destroyed. His buyback's available. Global Silence gets used, but they don't seem to really care. Liquid's just got overwhelming damage. They take out the Tombstone. 2 cores dead as the high ground siege continues. And, well, I don't even know who's doing all the damage, but you still have Shapeshift pulls back, traps Mirai, gets the blink out. Never mind, nicely done from him. As they will look for more. Kiyotaka is back, so is Nightfall. They're coming into this game trying to find their openings. The Dark Willow will just Shadow Realm TP on out. They get nothing.
Oh, they get the Lycan. Caught him right before the TP finished. But yeah, it's not really...
Yeah,
well,
okay,
yeah.
He has slight
get
chance
him, right?
He's dead.
Okay. I love this frame before he goes. Fight, even though it's scary, because you know if you lose the fight, you could lose the game. Especially as here's the Ags reveal.
That is about as good as it gets as an Ags reveal goes.
No
you don't
buyback.
have the grab ally from Toronto Tokyo to save him. Mira's going to get glimpsed to the bottom side of the map. You have no Bat Rider now either. Fortification is out to buy them some time. Blink Abyssal from Mickey as he goes right in. Yules will stop the Ursa for now. Toronto Tokyo does get that Flesh Golem off. He gets the Tombstone down. They've got to deal with this. Mickey with the borrowed time buying a lot of it. As the Curse Crown will stun up to, gets the blink out. Now turning their attention on over to Saberlight, but Bat Rider's back, baby. He gets the lasso, pulls him right back in, but the fear, the terrorize, shuts it down. The Bedlam there as well. Glimpse will pull Panto back into the fray as it's now 1 versus 5. The Ursa's gonna die back, and that will be GG. Liquid, what a beautiful fight on the high ground to close this one out.
Sprays. I love that one. That one's great. Really well done from Liquid, considering... Or sorry, from the spell casting spam from the Undying.
All right, taking a look at the facets. What's he got going on here?
Yeah, about everything we would expect. Shredder forces the rotation from Boxy to make sure he gets out of there alive.
Mir's dead bottom, I think. Can they get close enough to close the gap? It's going to be close. It's a long chase, but I believe Mickey is faster. He does have a blood grenade if he wants to try and slow him down that way. He might just try and go for a deny onto the Ancient Camps. He's not going to get it. First blood into the Monkey King. Topside Saberlight might return the favor. Misses the Timber Chain, and with that...
Great body blocking.
Gets out just barely. Like you said, fantastic body blocking out there from Bob. Not as bad as some of the other mid matchups we've seen today. Which, Kiyotaka's out of mana, and he's going to be in trouble now as the chase is going to be there. He's going to try and run himself back towards the enemy tower to dodge this one out, but a nice remnant from Nisha, a couple more auto attacks, and it will be the Nether Blast from Insania to find the kill. Meanwhile, Toronto Tokyo chase down here from Mickey. Does get the decay off. He's gonna survive on 7 HP. They did have a ward preemptively placed, however, from Aurora, so they knew that this was coming. And with that, they shouldn't get caught out. Panto, however, will be the one that gets found. Glimpses away Mickey, but Panto will still die to the Timber Saw. Ooh!
Really don't lose much for that rotation.
All right, I got a question for you. How much damage does Pugna's other facet need to do in order for it to be viable?
The issue, as we watch Boxy die, the issue with Pugna...
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me go double check.
I'm going to say 2 is not enough then. I'm going to say 2.5 to 3.
1.5.
Also, they're taking a fight top, and Nisha is just running around doing whatever because they don't have crowd control.
He had a shield
did
rune,
take the
but
rocket.
it's expired now, and into Kiyotaka's Edict. More than enough damage to find the killer. Gonna pull Saberlight back with a glimpse. He has to jump back the opposite direction to try and get away here from Toronto Tokyo. They don't have a stun to prevent him from getting out, so they will just get...
Gyrocopter. He is dead. He is dead.
This is... a Wukong's into Boundless. I thought he might do the changing of the guard, but Mickey will just walk across. That is a very nice kill. Don't even need to commit anything else. Popped from Boxy, as he will pop the Firefly and try and get away from Kiyotaka. The lasso will put the Shadow Demon up on the high ground.
And in a way, you're making space, but I think they'll kite you.
A very nice start to the fight here for Aurora. They get the Demonic Purge onto Nisha. Will force him out, but this Nether Ward nearly killing Mira in the process, so they will just get themselves the kill onto the Pugna and back away. Topside Toronto Tokyo will get soloed off by Mickey, though. That will be his Echo Saber reveal. He's playing a real fight-based lineup, right? As well, yeah. Kiyotaka is there to find him. He's going to need a lot of help. I don't know if he's going to get it in time, though. Needs to sustain with the life steal. It's actually a lot closer than I thought. Up onto the high ground, the lasso will find the Disruptor. I mean, you're okay with this, I think, to see what Fissure's up to, you know, going on right now, but also in the future. Topside here, Panto does kind of bait out the Timber Saw disruption into the Edict from Kiyotaka. They get themselves a very nice kill. Mickey, though, will come through, tries to find the turn onto Mira, will be able to do so.
Like Storm down, you might then be able to play a bit more aggressive, especially on the Void Spirit, and it looks like he is looking for Toronto Tokyo. There is the Spirit Vessel. Oh, I actually missed that one, but I don't think it'll really matter here.
Yeah, he ain't going anywhere.
Fast tempo this game. I think this mid-game timing is actually quite good for them.
That Undying has a Midas. You don't want to see that. They do manage to get the Static Storm here to try and save Toronto Tokyo, but there's no way he's getting out of this one. Now, with Kiyotaka rotating in, they're like, we kind of want this Tombstone. That's a decent chunk of money. They pull back the Timber Saw. They're going to maybe go aggressive onto Kiyotaka, and with this, they get the kill. They get the turnaround. Nisha doing tons of work here. Bottom side, Mickey now looking after Mira. Does see the ward there. Boundless Strike connects, trying to chase him through the trees. And eventually, the Disruption's going to come through. He has TP, but he knows there's no way out of this one. Tries to hide in the trees there, but kill will go over to Mickey anyway. Surely one of them will click the D ward there. Nisha has a haste rune, will run down Panto. Just needs one more auto attack. He is popping off now. 4-1 in 6.
Insane got Searing Signet plus Greedy, kind of the dream for Pugna.
Here we go again. Another Blink Lasso here for the Undying. He's quickly dead.
Farm. Just like, yeah, I'm just going to do damage, and we're going to hit buildings with a Deso and Nether Blast. Oh, Tumbler Toy.
Tumbler Toy doing some work. Oh, he actually got outside of the cage before it formed. For those of you who don't know, if you happen to Primal Spring while the kinetic field is up, you are just stunned for 4 seconds until that cage comes down. Jump top lane. Nisha does manage to find this Undying once again. Gonna try and finish the kill here. He says another Astral Step and another Urn in 2 seconds. And yeah, that's gonna be enough. Alright, the mid tower is definitely dead. Pugna can finish it if you'd like, but they're gonna go for a Blink Lasso. Blind onto the high ground, but they get themselves a nice pick off. It's gonna be onto the Disruptor. Or not just...
Yeah.
Bottom lane, I mean, they're just right, barely outside the ward vision that they had here, and with it, another Blink Lasso puts Mira up onto the high ground. Cliff for now. The BKB out from Saberlight. He's just going to be able to find the kill and TP out as the rest of Aurora shows up. Roshan goes down. Mickey will grab the Aegis. Boxy is already hunting. He was given the bottle to find a haste rune, and he has it now to just mess with Toronto Tokyo. He can't get out of this. He's waiting for him to BKB. He's like, I dare you. I dare you, BKB. And Toronto Tokyo knows there's no point. He's going to die. He has a ward on the bottom right side. He blinks in. He's got himself the Shadow Demon. Pulls him so deep. In comes Mickey. They do have Wukongs, but they're holding off on using it. Instead, they grab the Shadow Demon first. Mickey a little low, past the BKB, turns his attention towards Kiyotaka as there's going to be the Bloodstone, but the Blinking from Saberlight, they've got too much damage. He is dead, a 2 for 3.
What a big Disruption can't be used as a save because he's the one getting caught.
Uh-oh. Speaking of Disruption, forced to be used to save Nightfall here. Saberlight getting a little bit low. Harpoon into a massive Boundless Strike from Mickey. Cleans up almost both supports immediately. That is the Deso we like shining bright right there. Like, it is so much damage off the Boundless, and I think he has... Okay, Boxy versus Toronto Tokyo. I'm going to let you guess which one wins this. It's not the core. It's not the kid.
All right, some 1v1 interference here, though, with the...
there is. He's just going to go for the... Oh, okay, hold up. Toronto Tokyo apparently wins. That's a caster.
If only Monkey King had gone, because this means he's ramping up the building damage. There's a dodge. Yeah, this is why the Void Spirit's so good. He is going to get glimpsed back.
I mean, he has BKB. He does not care, and there's no BKB on this gyrocopter with the vessel burning him down. All of the damage as well from Mickey. Astral Step ends up missing barely, and so does the Chakram, so Nightfall will survive. They managed to bait out a lot from Liquid, and they get the Aegis, the BKB, everything from this Monkey King. The question is, can you kill him again? They need to get out. Oh! That hurts. Didn't toggle the Boundless Strike. Ends up getting pulled back instead. Insania will be ran down as well.
Which I think if you do get the Shard Boundless Strike out, it's worth it. It's all okay. So an unfortunate misclick.
Top side here, Panto will get cleaned up from Saberlight, but he does need to be careful.
It's still 7 seconds, so he wasn't able to use it on the Void Spirit as quickly as he could have, and that is part of why Liquid had to retreat.
Oh, that's a lasso into the gyro. 20 seconds, no BKB. Can they find the kill? No. Didn't say that. Aurora smoke. They're going to blink in. Disruption here onto the Monkey King. Does he have BKB? He does. Instant Wukong's command. Who does he go for? Toronto Tokyo trying to close the gap. Mickey, I don't know what just happened. He just stood still. That was very strange. But now on the other side of the fight, it's going to be the rest of his team. Nisha with this amplify damage. His BKB on the Void Spirit. Nightfall now has to run. Does he have another Astral Step? He does. That will secure the kill. Saberlight is in. Kiyotaka will find himself a really nice kill, though, as he is still quite strong. Mickey is back. Boundless Strike on the money. There is no Edict, but the damage, he gets him with the Pulse Nova. Toronto Tokyo to help secure the kill. So it's a bloody fight.
It's Aurora that feels pressured to get something out of these situations, since they did buy back the support, right? They knew Lasso was down, so they're hoping to get anything they can.
From their other games in here. Well, they're going to get that jump right onto the Leshrac. Not enough damage to find the kill yet, but with the lasso, it should be. They trap him up on the cliff. On the other side, Saberlight trying to get the Disruptor, but he will TP safe. Nightfall, not forced to BKB, but with no Lesh for 80 seconds, it is going to be very hard to hold your base, as the top lane of Rax should be an easy find for them. And they can move their way towards mid. You're still only level 20 on this Monkey King, which is surprising. I thought he would be higher level, but... Saberlight, however, level 26, able to Timber Chain across the map at a whim's moment. Now, with this, they just go right in, take down the Disruptor. He's going to buy back Nightfall with the BKB. They just delete this Monkey King. Do they have a Hex on somebody?
The Undying, making good use of his Hand of Midas. All his split push farm. It does help kill the Monkey King there, but it does require another buyback on your support. Economic damage still being done. You lost your top racks before this defense comes in. Might get a Bat Rider kill.
How many times they need to teach you this lesson, guys? They have got the answer with this Scythe of Ice. Now, they're going to look to try and finish off Nightfall. The damage will be there, but Nisha does need to be careful. Going to get healed up from the Pugna, though, and now the Undying will die. That is 90 seconds without him. Panto, if they find him, that will be a dieback. Mira will blink back to safety, but the chase is going to continue. Saberlight, as well as Insania, continuing to chase. But now that Kiyotaka's respawned, he'll just BKB TP out on Insania. Very nicely done.
Into this. Back against the wall, but if you wipe against a gyrocopter, you can make it to your base very quickly.
Such a sneaky TP in from these two. Kiyotaka had no idea that they were coming, hiding both their TPs in the trees. Now Astral Step on forward from Nisha should finish the job. It's going to be very close. Does he get vision? He gets the remnants off. It's going to block the exchange into the base, but Nisha, he's got an Arcane Rune.
before you have it available again.
Saberlight just blinks right in, gets hexed once again. You guys gotta remember this. He's able to survive for now. Nisha doing a lot of work on the Void Spirit, but also taking a ton of damage. And with the glimpse coming through, he will end up right back into the enemy base, and he is dead for 90 seconds and drops the gem. I mean, buyback cooldown for Mira is coming off. Disruptors will be a while, but Amplify Damage rune here on the Monkey King is kind of the big thing for them if they find it. They get a nice grab onto the Pugna, though. That's the best you could ask for. Boundless Strike deletes the Disruptor. Okay, with the buybacks coming through, they're looking for more. They get their hands on Demira. He's dead. The Demonic Purge does manage to stop that Amplify damage.
Sneaky smoke into a lane they've already taken the towers in.
I mean, Kiyotaka would be the dream grab if they can go for it. Q just blinks it aggressively right onto 4 heroes from Liquid. He's going to BKB immediately. Try and buy himself some time. There's the disruption, the Boundless Strike into the lasso. He's stuck inside the Wukongs. He's dead for 95. Does have the buyback, but Timbersaw also going to lose his life. A BKB there to dodge the glimpse onto Boxy. As Nisha still has this remnant. Flashrak, it's such a big deal. And here we will see Pugna doing what you mentioned, just doing the slow siege. Jumps
Sneaky
in.
Manta bait.
Nisha trying to force some stuff here out of Nightfall. The Hex does come through. He's taking a lot of damage, but again, so much healing here from Insania. The last, ooh, it's onto an illusion. A little bit of a misclick there from Boxy. That's going to be painful. If you had level 25 on the Monkey King, I feel like it would have happened already, but Mickey is surprisingly underleveled.
I mean,
Right,
they keep
Banner drops
keep diving.
really aggressively here. There's the blink, the lasso. It's on to 2 big kills here as the Abyssal's going to catch the Gyrocopter. He's dead. They buy back immediately onto Mira. Kiyotaka trying to finish off this Nether Ward, has to do it. The Banner will be next. A Remnant to pull him back, but a great disruption save for now. Up onto the high ground, Toronto Tokyo is all alone, bashed up. He's going to die, but might respawn? Yeah, he's back into the game right away. There's the buyback in from Nightfall. Another buyback now from the Disruptor. Are you in too deep on Liquid is the question. Nisha with a double kill. Saberlight able to Timber Chain away. But the chase is going to continue. 40 seconds on this Aegis. Heals from Insania. Glimpse will send Saberlight back in, but he gets the Timber Chain away. Kiyotaka trying his best to chase, but they don't have the damage. And now, with Nisha in the base looking for the Disruptor, that's going to be the double dieback. The Throne's exposed. Mickey has just been putting in work here. They finally claimed the Aegis. But he has a BKB when he resets here. He's going to use it right away, trying to turn his attention onto Kiyotaka. A massive kill as Nightfall. BKB use that flat cannon, tries to zone them all out. That's going to be the lasso, though. And now Nightfall, he's nowhere near his team to help them. But does Kiyotaka need it? He might. Yes, he will. Absolutely. The big Wukong's ring is finally here, and the throne will finally crumble as Liquid will take the series 2-0. Very impressive from them.